Tonight on the weekly R&R, was the military coup in Turkey staged?
Dude, somebody dropped the lure outside. They're catching Snorlax.
Oh my god.
Gotta catch 'em all. Welcome to,
Fishy.
is that a good Pokemon adjective?
Sure, if you like catching Magikarp.
Welcome to a special Silver, Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire, Sun, Moon episode of the weekly R&R, where you get your rest and relaxation while we recap and...
Review.
Nice, well done.
And rant and rave and riff and raff. Rattata.
Goings on in the world today, what else is there but the Pokemans?
The Pokemans.
And, I mean, geez, how...
To say it's taken the world by storm is still even kind of an understatement.
Yeah, it's definitely something.
Which is amazing because it feels very bare bones to me. Let's get right into it. Pokemon Go. Obviously developed by Niantic.
The same hot new mobile app sensation.
If you've played Ingress, it's Ingress with a Pokemon coat of paint. Based originally around a 2014 April Fool's joke that started with Google Maps. Yeah. They did it in 2014. They were like, hey, there's Pokemon on Google Maps. Go out and catch them. I don't know if somebody said after that day, hey, let's start making this. But somewhere in between then and now, somebody said, let's start making this.
You know, you said it was bare bones. The game is basically, every person who played it as a kid, it's like their dream. It's real world Pokemon, you know?
As real world as can get.
If
Augmented reality.
Exactly. If you use the camera feature, it's almost like they're there in front of you. You know, it's great. It's like, oh, I'm catching them instead of just D-pad and A and B.
Ah, there's a Pidgey flying around in my car.
Pidgey's shitting all over my car again. Rattata's eating through my garbage.
I knew there was a downside to having Pokemon in the real world.
I mean, the game's simple enough. You just, you know, it's incentive to go, to walk. It's a great thing.
And it really is. People are getting more exercise. People are seeing more art and a lot of different little installations that were different things around town that weren't getting attention before are now getting attention for what they are because they happen to be Polka Stops now.
I know, and it's a great thing, and I've joked about this with people already. Like, it's like, hey, you know, it gets you out there, and you might even meet people. And it's like everybody I've seen staring at their phone while you're staring at your phone, and you kind of get that moment of, are you playing? They're like, yeah. Are you playing? It's like, yeah. Did you catch anything around here? That sort of thing. It's like this authentic interaction. You know, it's facilitated by, you know, this little mobile device that connects us all, but it's getting people to speak. It's what people shit on for Facebook and Twitter and every other social media for. It's like a new form of social media that actually gets you out in the world.
It really is social media.
It's, you know,
on its own platform.
I know, and it's super admirable. The landmarks, the gyms, the Polka Stops, their memorials, their parks. It's places that are meant for public, but our generation's like nobody gives a shit to go there. And now they have incentive to go there. It's like you're getting kids to go learn history by visiting memorials and visiting art, seeing like culture and going to parks where it's like, sure, their face is buried in a phone, but, you know, it's better than being buried in a TV.
To some degrees, there's a trade-off which will improve over time because there's local businesses that want to be featured and used as Polka Stops, and there's some cemeteries that are like, hey, can you not be catching Pokemon in our cemeteries or memorials? They're supposed to be solemn and remembrances. And, you know, that is a problem now, but it'll improve over time as the app is updated and changed around. So I'm not worried about that aspect of it. But there was a part of the social media aspect of it that you particularly wanted to speak on. And some of the detractors of Pokemon.
Yeah, like I said, the admirable things that kind of go overlooked is, you know, the positives. You meet people, you go places, you learn things.
Get some exercise.
The problem I've seen with, you know, speaking of social media is, you know, the people that love it, like I said, you know, hey, here's all the benefits. Then there's also the crowd that despises it.
Couple haters.
You know, it's going to happen. Haters going to hate, am I right? But the thing is, the haters I've seen so far, and they all are pretty similar, which is ironic and hypocritical because they're calling all the people that play it, you know, oh, you're all just sheep doing the same thing. Yet everybody that hates it is all sharing the same article. They're reading and then repeating as if they learned it without making up their own mind. But the articles that I've seen and the shit that people have written and posted that they think it's a huge conspiracy that the Pokemon Go app, because it asks for so many allowances through your Google account and whatever, it wants your camera, it wants your contacts, it wants this and that now the big conspiracy is they can get you. They can find you because you allowed them to, because you're stupid, because you're a sheep and you did what everybody else does and you just said yes to all their terms and
They
conditions.
can hunt you down like Pokemon and capture you in tiny balls and take you back to their headquarters and make you fight other people.
And I can't I can't really emphasize how much, like, I can't stand it because, you know, they're saying all this like, oh, GPS, you're allowing them, the almighty
Niantic.
spies and government and you know, conspirators, like, they can find you because you're letting them use your GPS. They know where you're going because they set spots for you to go to. It's like,
Posted from Foursquare.
you're already posting this from a social media that's connected to the internet.
Yep.
You're posting this on Facebook, a software that when you post a picture, it can recognize your face and your friends' faces and recommend who to tag without you telling it to. A thing that's smart enough that it knows your location. Instagram, where it's like, oh, I upload this picture, it's like, hey, was this taken, is this you and your friends at this bar? And it's like, yeah, how'd you know? Because the apps already know. We're in 2016 where we're surrounded by cameras and drones and satellites, where everywhere you go, everybody carries around one of these that's constantly connected to either Wi-Fi or 4G if you're not around Wi-Fi. Like, you're always connected.
We're always surrounded by cameras.
The people are bitching that this one app is like, oh my God, you're so stupid for getting this one game, this one app, because they can find you. It's like, they can already find you. If you're that scared about the world, it's like, you're already on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat that can recognize your facial features and put a stupid little filter. It's like, this little camera can already do so much, and you're worried about people out there catching Pokemon, getting exercise and meeting people and visiting historical memorials when you're super miserable at home in the dark, taking constant selfies with, you know, the angel filter or the halo of flowers or the rainbow puke. It's like, the stuff that's already capable with what you already have. It's stupid and hypocritical to say that, oh, this one app, you're stupid for using this one app because it does all this, when everything you already do in your everyday life, because this is 2016, the age of technology, is already there. I wouldn't worry about this one thing.
If you're gonna get every action of your life spied on, at least catch some Pokemon while you do it.
Yeah, you know? I mean, to take it to a light place, but like I said, like, it actually legitimately makes me angry. This conspiracy that this app is the government or whoever, you know, like you said, Niantic, it's like, it's their plan to get you. Every Black Friday, there's always a story. Just this past year, you know, Target got hacked. It's like, oh, if you used your debit card or credit card, you better watch out because, sorry, our bad, your identity might be, you know, stolen. Your credit card information was taken because hackers have that ability.
Do you still have that Pokeball that we just had that was purchased from Target with a credit card?
And that brings it all full circle. Bothers the hell out of me.
We got it from the Polka Stop down the street, actually. And a couple potions.
And it's not
And a revive.
to overuse the word conspiracy, 'cause that's what I've actually seen in these articles. They're like, oh, it's a conspiracy to steal you and steal all your information, and how can you be so stupid? It's like, you're already giving everything in the world your information.
Yep.
You're tweeting or sharing posts of your pictures and your friends. They already know you and everybody that you know and the places that you go to.
And to not be hypocritical would be a degree so difficult. Focus on the good, shall we? Because there is a lot of good to say about our dear little friends in the Pokeballs. I have fun playing it, so I'm going to say it's a positive experience overall. Now, obviously, it's free, so you can download it on iOS or Android. We're all playing Pokemon Go, and we're all bonding over that common experience, which is definitely overall something rare to see in 2016. Everybody's so segmented in a lot of their bubbles, and they get the opinions and the views and the articles, the content that they see that they want on their particular news feeds on whatever social media they be prescribed to. They choose who to follow, they like and get algorithms based on what they like. So there's very few things that a lot of people can agree on anymore, like it was in the original days of Pokemon, where not everybody was opened up to the floodgates of the internet. And now you have something that so many people are agreeing on and bonding over, that's really generationally a cultural thing that people need, is that they need something that everybody can bond over, that everybody can attach to the generation and say, yes, when I was 24, Pokemon Go was the thing that everybody was doing. And they can look back on it finally in the same way that we look back on when we were of single-digit age in grade school, and Pokemon was at its very first peak. And maybe that's the reason this is even a thing in the first place, is just out of pure nostalgia, out of one of the few things before we've all had in common. And now it's something that will all begin again, and we can all have in common again.
What's prevalent now, the stuff we wanted to say, if anybody's played it, there you can be familiar with what we said. If you haven't played it, then maybe you learned something here today. I don't know. It's up to you, ultimately. But we'll see you out and about, outside.
Fields at the next Pokestop.
We'll be walking around the neighborhoods and
Yeah.
the parks.
Catching drowsy.
Catching drowsy. Did you get him? Did you get that Snorlax before?
I didn't get that Snorlax.
Yeah, me neither.
He ran away on me.
I think that guy...
How did he run so fast?
I think that guy outside
Fast shit.
he was lying to me. But yeah, forget the conspiracies. Do what you want to do.
And catch them all.
Life is short. Live it, you know? I'll see you in, yeah, I already did that.
I'll see you in Kanto.
Kanto? Do you have to fly there or do you have to surf there?
I flew on my Pidgeot.